Okay, so I'll be starting soon. And I'll be sharing with you guys more information about how things will be changing from here and what kind of opportunities come across different trading assets, gold, silver, oil, stock indices, cryptocurrencies, you name it, we analyze it, guys. All right. So wait a while. I'll be discussing it soon. And welcome to the live streaming session for today. Okay, so let's get started. And if you guys are new, welcome to the live streaming sessions. And I'll be introducing myself so that you guys will get familiarized with me. And know, sorry guys, and know what you guys can expect out of the live streaming sessions as usual. And definitely hope you guys are also enjoying your time here on the live streaming sessions too. Okay, so welcome, welcome, and welcome. And overall, I would say that tonight's market movement has actually been moving in a quite a clearer way compared to the last few days. And we'll see what kind of a change that could happen on the market. But overall, the signs that we are seeing, prices actually been reacting really well and on the anticipations of what could be happening on the market later on. First, we have been seeing that last night GDP data has actually been released. So we'll be discussing it later on my VIP live sessions. And also we are seeing a slew of other indicators that could be coming out soon. So we'll try to assess the situation as it goes. All right, so if you guys wanted to get more updates on the economic fundamental side, which I couldn't be speaking much here, and also updating you guys on the price actions also on later hours, you guys are definitely welcome to check out my VIP live sessions, which you guys could get access through the link on my profile, my video descriptions, and you guys will be getting more exclusivity on those VIP live sessions later on. But for now, let us get started. Because sometimes at earlier hours, we can actually get something out of market, and certainly you guys want to miss out on any single information that could be really giving us a lot of good chances that prices could actually be moving on the market. So first of all, we have actually been seeing that prices have actually been able to move up higher and higher initially throughout the day yesterday, and that has actually bring to a downfall of the gold prices for tonight. But again, before I started the live streaming sessions, I'll introduce myself. I'm Steven. Nice to see you guys here and welcome. And certainly we'll be doing analyzing and also giving you guys ideas and strategies on how you guys could face the market based on this kind of conditions, whether you guys should proceed forward, whether you guys could stay back and hold on your positions, or you guys could decide on what kind of movement you guys could be doing. And certainly I'll be also monitor with you guys what are the biggest price actions happening as of now. If there's any big changes on the market, I will definitely let you guys know. And definitely the topics that we'll be covering will be including the gold market itself. Certainly, it won't be missed out, especially if you guys are trading Forex. And we'll be also discussing the silver, oil, Forex, stock indices, as well as cryptocurrencies. Any trading answers you guys could name it, we'll try to analyze it with you guys together so that you guys could get more updates if you guys wanted to follow us on the live streaming sessions. And if you guys wanted to request any trading assets to be analyzed, you are certainly welcome to let me know. I'll analyze it with you guys together and give you guys a little bit of an idea what I'm expecting on the market as well. All right, so that's a little bit of introduction. And in terms of my trading style and my analysis, I'll be looking at two clear things as usual. I'll be looking at one, I'll be looking at the trends. Two, I'll be looking at the momentum. So what does it mean by trend and momentum? So first, if I'm looking at the trend, I'll be looking at how the market movement has been reacting for today. So if the prices has been going on an up, it means that it's going on an uptrend. If prices has been going down, it's going on a downtrend. And if prices has been moving on a certain range and hasn't been able to move much, that means we are seeing a sideways market and a lot of undecided certainties on the market is appearing as well. So certainly those are the types of trends that we'll be looking through. And also the second thing, momentum. What does it mean by momentum on my case? So on my case, if we are looking through momentum, it means we are trying to see whether there's a continuation of the trend or whether there's a possibility that prices will be reversing its prior movement so that we can actually make some good moves, or whether we decide not to involve to make too much actions on this market for tonight. So I think that itself is a pretty key to note if you guys wanted to follow my analysis so that you guys could get a little bit of an understanding on what I'm doing and how I'm doing my analysis. And welcome. All right, so let us get started right now. So as we can see that since the start of the day on the gold market, we have actually been seeing that prices has been hitting the high at 3,470 right at the start of the day. And prices has actually been going down lower and lower and has actually been able to build some downtrend continuations, I would say, where prices has actually been showing us a good and a proper lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, until the last few hours came in right after the London sessions, where we started to see that the downtrend has started to disappear and we started to see that prices has been moving on a sideways. And as you guys could see, prices has been ultimately ranging between 3,406 towards 3,414, and that is the range that we have been seeing over the past few hours on the gold market itself. And this kind of market movement could usually be a little bit boring and you guys couldn't make too much of a move. And during these kind of situations, there are always two ideas you guys could proceed forward. First, you are waiting for confirmations, or second, you guys are trying to enter the market to be able to make some speculative actions on the market. So what kind of speculative actions? I'll be getting into it with you guys soon. And certainly, when we are seeing that the gold market today has already been weakened, there's a huge expectations that tonight the US dollar index has been able to go higher, and that's why we started to see that the gold market has been pressured for tonight, especially on the eve of the US PCE and personal income and personal spending number has actually affected a lot on the gold market, and there's a huge expectations for us to actually see that the gold market will be able to rebound. And why I'm saying that? First, we've been seeing that the downtrend has been disrupted and it has switched towards a sideways area, guys. So I think that itself is a pretty clear sign that prices has actually been ranging. And so throughout the ranging market, there's two scenarios that you guys could do: buy on support, sell on resistance, or try to find a potential breakout or breakdown. So if prices couldn't stay between the sideways area, that means there's only two chances that you guys could do the trades. First, we'll try to see how the prices will be reacting. If you're getting the confirmations that prices couldn't stay above 3,406, that means there's prices chances for gold to go down lower and giving us the confirmations of a potential downtrend continuation. But if prices are able to break out higher, That means there's a potential reversal to go back higher and retest yesterday's high at 3,425. But on that kind of case, we are going to need and wait a lot of time, because to get those confirmations, it's always going to take a lot of time, especially the ranging area has been occurring for the past few hours. So for us to actually be able to get those kind of analysis, it's going to take more and more and more and more time, which I'm sure that not a lot of you guys do have patience. So right now we'll try to focus on seeing the possibility of a speculative buy right now. Is there any good chance to do any speculative buy as of now? Because I think based on what we have been seeing so far, the sideways area has existed, it hasn't changed at all. And right now, if we are trying to do some speculative buy, there's actually one good chance. So if you guys want to know how you guys want to do the trades here, don't forget to give us your thumbs up and likes, and follow and subscribe so that you guys don't miss out such analysis that I'm sharing with you guys, so that you guys know how the trend is moving, how the momentum has switched, and how you guys could take actions in the market. So don't forget to give us a thumbs up and likes. If you guys wanted to hear more, enjoy your time here, don't forget to support us. And thank you very much for your support and your views. And if you guys don't have any questions in the market, you guys are certainly welcome to let me know in the market. Hopefully I can help you on your trading, or also if you guys do have any problem with your markets, you guys can actually let me know. I'll try to analyze it with you guys together as well through the chats or the comments as well. So definitely welcome for you guys to ask me any questions if you guys do have anything that you guys are interested. So first, we have been able to see that prices has actually been moving on a resistance. And with that kind of resistance, we are actually expecting to see that there's a potential to do some speculative buy on the support and sell on resistance. So if you are trying to do some speculative buy, definitely we'll try to look out at those two key points on the market to do buy on support and sell on resistance during this sideways market. Although I could say for sure, if you are trying to trade on this kind of a sideways market, it usually won't be needing confirmations, as you are trying to speculate. You're not trying to wait for confirmations, you're not trying to wait for certainty, and you are entering in the most optimistically way is trying to get the lowest risk as possible. And by entering at the lowest price and determining how the market movement will be moving over the next few hours could be a key thing on this market. And right now, there's a good chance that prices are right now giving us the chances to do buy on support for speculative buys, because if we are trying to do confirmations, we are going to wait out and see whether prices could hold up itself above 3,406 to get that confirmation that prices could rebound, and that could be giving you guys less good chances to make bigger profits. Because if you guys are waiting for confirmation, that means prices should be testing the support at 3,406 and then rebounding, and maybe prices has already been going to 3,407, 3,408, 3,409. And that's why to do speculative buy, we are not waiting for confirmations. We are waiting for the best chance to enter the market. But again, as I'm trading on myself, I will not be doing those speculative buys. And why is the reason? Because I'm a swing trader, I'm a trend follower. And one of the things that I'll be doing is I'll be waiting for confirmations, and as I am trying to get the bigger part of the trend rather than the small swing, I'll try to trade on the bigger part of the market. And certainly the only way that we can get that market is through waiting and getting the confirmations. I'm not trying to chase the small gains, I'm trying to chase the big gains. I'm trying to chase the whole big part of the downtrend for tonight. If prices continues to go down, as what we have been able to see, prices has been going on a downtrend, and I'm expecting to see that market should be slowly going down, especially on the eve of the PCE data, guys. And if you guys haven't known what is PCE, PCE is one of the price index used by the Federal Reserve to actually determine how the inflation has been moving, and this is certainly one of the biggest part of the news for tonight, and a lot of investors and traders has been looking throughout this news for this week, and a lot of you guys definitely don't want to miss it out as well. And based on what we have been seeing here, prices has actually been able to move really well, and On the anticipations of the PCE price index, we have been able to see that the gold market has been under a lot of pressure. And there's a huge expectations that once inflation is still under control as people expected, and based on the analysts and academics numbers, we have been seeing that it has been literally the same as the previous numbers as expected, meaning it has been showing that the inflation of the tariff hasn't been actually impacting a lot on the overall price stability, and everything is still under control despite we are seeing that inflation could be going up. It's not being expected by most economists or analysts, and based on that we are going to see that the core price index should be a little bit higher. As usual, core inflation is a little bit higher, but overall the monthly price is still stable. So a lot of expectation is being put on the US core PCE or the US PCE itself. And afterwards, we are going to see that the US consumer spending should be doing well, because a lot of expectations shows that the US economy is still doing well. We are seeing that yesterday's GDP numbers has been very positive, which I'll be covering on my VIP live sessions tonight for more details and analysis. And based on that, we are able to see that the US personal income and real personal consumption should be going higher as well, alongside other data such as wholesale inventories and retail inventories numbers. So a lot of expectations going into these numbers. So make sure that you guys check it out carefully. Okay, so it seems that we are getting the confirmations that we want. Prices are still going down lower and lower as expected, following the downtrend. Signals market has failed. And that means that the speculative buy could fail anytime soon, as long as prices could stay below today's low at 3405. That means prices are heading towards the downside for tonight and will be testing 3401 next. Okay, so we'll see how the price reactions will be working right there, and whether there's chances for prices to continue to go higher for tonight. If not, prices should be heading down lower. That's the clear case for tonight, guys. Okay, that hasn't changed. And possibility for prices to drop still remains very much wide open. Okay, so it seems prices hasn't been able to stay above 3405. That really gives us the certainty that prices are going to go down, and after that breakdown, getting the confirmations, prices should go down lower. And trading on ranging area has failed, I would say, after getting the confirmation, and prices should be going back inside the downtrend channel that we have been discussing earlier on. Okay, so we'll see how this update goes. There's a huge chance that prices will continue to go down under pressure, as we are seeing that the US dollar index continue to go stronger for tonight, guys. Okay, Okay, so seems that everything has been going well, prices is going down. I will be refilling my water as I'm out of water right now, and I'll be back with you guys with more analysis to come on the silver market, guys. Okay, I'll be back with more. I'm back. And so far, we are able to see that the gold market has continued to go down under pressure, and there's huge chances that the trend will continue on the market. So that's why, if we are trying to analyze what's happening on the silver market, we could actually be seeing the same reactions. But again, to get certainty, we'll just analyze what's happening on the market. So, if you are watching throughout the silver market, there's been actually one of very clear trends in the market. So, first, you have been seeing that the overall market movement on silver has been pretty much similar on what we have been able to see happened on the gold market. And one of the clearest signs is we have been able to see that prices has actually been under a lot of pressure to go down over for tonight. Although one thing is for sure, after that big drop on the silver market, we have actually been able to see that prices has been moving on a sideways over the past few hours, if you guys are watching carefully, because we don't really see the continuations of that downtrend anymore over the past few hours. So prices has been able to go down lower, and that stops the overall downtrend, and prices has been moving in a wider range as far as we see, starting from here towards here. So we're actually experiencing a pretty similar stuff of what we have been analyzing on the gold market, where silver has been going down lower and then right now moving on a sideways with a tendency for prices to go down lower following its downtrend momentum. However, in terms of the current momentum that we are getting, we are not really seeing much of a change yet, and prices to go down seems a little bit wider and further from reality, as prices has been able to rebound right at the support at $38.79, and that has actually helped to push back the silver prices to go back higher. And the possibility for prices to go down lower will still remain, especially we still have some time before the core PCE price index data that could be released out in another 1 hour and 25 minutes. It's going to take time for us to actually see what kind of momentum could happen. Usually before the news will be out, we are going to see prices ranging. So that analysis hasn't changed. That's always been the case for prices to move on a ranging area right before the big major news came out on the market. And with kind of the market that we are seeing, there could be some possibilities to do. As we have already been discussing, there's always two scenarios that you guys could face this market. First, you guys could expect to trade without getting confirmations, or you guys could wait for confirmations and do much actions, but it's going to take time. You're going to wait for us to see how things will be playing out. And sometimes patience is not a lot of people have, and certainly that is certainly a good thing to be practiced if you guys wanted to succeed on the long run. But speculative buy in its very own without waiting for confirmations could be bringing good profits as well sometimes if executed at the right time, at the right time, at the right place, at the right price, could be giving you guys a very good chances in the market. So if on the case that prices could actually be moving on a sideways and couldn't be breaking down the low, we could actually be expecting to see the possibility to buy on support and sell on resistance. But for us to be actually able to do that, we need to see how prices will be reacting, whether prices has actually the chance to touch the low of the ranging area, or the possibility for prices to continue to go down, continue its downtrend. So I think that itself will be a very keynote on how the overall market will be moving. Because if prices are able to touch back the support, that could really give us a very clear consolidation to the market, and prices has a chance to rebound from the lows and can be considered as a good speculative buy positions. And why I'm saying it's a speculative buy, first we are saying that the ranging market movement needs to be valid. If prices starts to break down lower or prices starts to break out higher outside of the ranging area, then the whole scenario that we have been talking will be considered as failed because prices hasn't been moving on a range, prices has break out. That means doing buy on support and sell on resistance has failed. And the only way that we can proceed next is by getting confirmations on the market. So if we are seeing that if prices are able to break down lower than support as we have been watching on the gold market, then we are trying to see out how the market movement will be. Whether prices could stay below the low of today at $38.76 and proceed with a possible good sell positions if prices could stay below and below, or if prices could start break out of today's sideways areas high at $38.98 or I would say $39, and then we can try to execute buy positions if prices could break out higher. But to get the confirmations, as usual, it's going to take a lot of time, and certainly not a lot of you guys have patience. So that's why I always share with you guys strategies. So if you guys are enjoying your time here, you guys got a little bit of idea on how you guys could try to trade the market. Don't forget to share your support by clicking the like button and thumbs up, and also share this video with friends or anyone that you guys are interested to learn together on how you guys could view the market, analyzing the market together, trade the market together, and also if you guys don't want to miss out on this kind of clear key information that I'm sharing with you guys on a real-time basis, don't forget to follow and subscribe. So the next time you guys are in on the live streaming sessions, you will be notified when I'm starting my live streaming sessions so that you guys don't miss out on any key information that I'm sharing, advice for you guys on how you guys should react. It will be certainly shared only on a real-time basis. Once you missed it out, you guys could miss out on a good chance of a possible profit scenario or a possible good case that you guys could learn out of the market. Okay, so welcome to follow and subscribe if you guys don't want to miss out on key informations, and let us view back what has happened on the gold market so far. So the gold market has actually been able to stay below the sideways area, and that really gives a little bit of a different idea or different picture based on what has happened on the gold market, and the silver market is totally starkly different. And we are able to see that the gold market itself has been able to drop, and good chances we are seeing that the continuations of downtrend could be continuing, as we have been seeing that the gold market has been touching today's low, and there's a good possibility that prices will continue to stay in that direction and continue its momentum to go down lower, as we have been able to see over the past 1 hour. Prices has been going on a straight down. But again, I will always be waiting for confirmations as prices have started to range earlier on. And the best way to get the confirmations is once we get the idea of a breakdown, which means prices has been able to continue its downtrend, and we'll try to see how well the momentum will be ongoing, as we have already been doing the analysis earlier on with you guys. However, it's a little bit of a different story happening on the silver market right now, as prices hasn't been able to break today's low. Prices has been ranging, so I believe it will be a much harder time for you guys to trade on the silver market with this kind of conditions. Especially, things could really change a lot if prices starts to break down lower than the support area of the low of today, and if prices could stay on this sideways range for quite some time. Still remains to be seen. So we'll try to check this how things are working. And let me give you guys a little bit of an update on the overall markets around the world. So as we can see that tonight, the Bitcoin market and Ethereum has been experiencing under a big corrections, I would say. On the crypto market, it wasn't considered as big, but certainly prices has actually been dropping down lower for tonight, alongside with Ethereum, with double the losses that we are seeing in terms of percentage happening on the Bitcoin market. Meanwhile, the stock indices on the US side has actually been moving lower and lower on the anticipations for the core PCE data for tonight. And the euro is weakening as well, with a lot of expectations that the PCE number could be giving a little bit of a shock on the market. It still seems to be seen that risky assets right now is still under peril to see what kind of movement could happen from the numbers there. And certainly all of the changes that could be happening from there will really affect the overall market movement, guys. So just a little bit of an update, as Bitcoin market has been able to rebound from its support. So I think that itself is a pretty good sign. And I'll be showing you guys the charts if you guys have enough time to discuss most of the trading assets. And also we'll be considering to discuss other stock indexes as well if we have some time left on the live streaming sessions. But before that, I'll be back and try to analyze with you guys what's happening back on the US dollar index. So we have actually been able to see that the US dollar index has been going stronger on the anticipations of the possibility that the PCE would be going higher, and that's why we have been able to see that the US dollar index has been going quite strong, because any numbers that is showing us it's going to be a little bit higher or even way higher than the anticipate and compared to the expected inflation should be pushing the US dollar higher. And why is that the case? Because if the inflation number still remains high, there's a good chance that the Federal Reserve could be considering not to be adjusting its policy interest rates, and we haven't been seeing that the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates for almost straight 8 months. We have been seeing that the Fed has been keeping hold its interest rates, and that's why tonight's PCE price index data could be a very big key event for traders and investors, as that could be really switch the directions of the US dollar index on the long run, whether US dollar index has the chance to continue its downtrend, or whether the US dollar index will be moving on the sideways still remains a lot to be seen. Alright, so we can actually see from this currency strength chart itself, the US dollar index today has been the second strongest currency for tonight, and I think that itself is a pretty good sign on the market, and really shows that the anticipations of traders and investors are still very much in place and very much in line, and hoping to see big changes could be coming. Seems a little bit subsiding with the overall US dollar movement from now, but things could really change a lot once the news is out a big swing and volatile market movement could happen immediately later on. And the data will be released in another 1 hour and 17 minutes. So be prepared for it, guys. But for now, let us try to analyze on what has happened on the overall US dollar index over the night. So we have actually been able to see that the US dollar index has been able to continue to go higher for tonight. And it has been followed with a very good strength. However, we have started to see that today prices on the US dollar index has been able to push throughout today's high and has been hitting $97.95. And that itself has been quite a key important price mark for today because there's a possibility that prices could be building up a possible double bottom on this kind of case, and that could really shake things up. There's good chances that prices will be trying to rebound and prices goes up higher on the anticipations of this economic events. We'll see how changes will be. But overall, the signs is still pretty clear. We have a strong resistance right here at $98.15. And to see prices to go back higher than that should need more catalysts. And certainly the catalyst coming out from the core PCE price index could be one of the events people and traders are waiting for. And again, as we have been seeing that the US dollar index weakening could really help to push up gold prices. So that's why if we are expecting to see more downward pressure to appear on the gold market, we need to be able to see two key things. First, we are able to see that the US dollar index needs to go up higher, rebound from the support, and will be breaking the resistance to be able to see that the US dollar index could be going stronger. If not, we'll be expecting to see that the gold market will be having the chance to go back higher if the US dollar index could go weaker for tonight, guys. All right. But the overall trend still remains pretty clear. We are seeing that the downtrend is still existed. That hasn't changed. We are just going through a consolidation period, false breakout, and prices has been able to continue to sustain its move below a key resistance area at $99.30. So that's the overall view on the market. And certainly over the last few minutes, we have been able to see that the US dollar index has been weakened a little bit, and that has actually pushed back the gold market to be a bit stronger now. But the analysis and the view still remains the same. We have been seeing prices has been breaking down lower. We'll try to see how changes will be coming from here and whether prices could start to continue dropping lower and lower despite the small strength that we are seeing on the market. Our analysis still remains intact. The trend is still showing prices going down. Prices has been breaking down the low for today and has been continuing to go down lower as of now. So we'll see how things will be changing from here and how good the overall market movement would appear on the gold itself. So if you guys do have any questions on the market, let me know in the comments or the chats. I'll be happily answering any of your questions. Or if you guys do request to look on any charts, I'll be happily help you guys to analyze and give you guys what's my view, what's my opinion about it for now. And if you guys do face some problem on your trades or confused about your analysis, you guys are always welcome to have a discussion with me about it as well, guys. Okay, so welcome to let me know. Okay, so prices have actually been able to stay itself, moving really well, and we'll see how good the market movement will be. Okay, So far as we are able to see that the gold market has still been able to stay below the support area, and that could really give a good chance for the gold market to continue to go down lower as prices hasn't been able to return back higher inside the ranging area as far as we are seeing, and prices still remain under pressure. Meanwhile, we are seeing that the silver market has also started to slow down, hasn't been able to continue to go higher despite the initial rebound we have been able to see coming out from the silver market. So that is really a little bit of a shock on the market, and that could really spice things up. And if prices could stay below that, there's a good chance that the silver market will continue to go down lower as far as we are able to see, and good chances that silver market could be testing the lows for tonight. Okay, so both the gold market and silver market has still slowly going down lower. We'll try to analyze how things are changing on the other side of the market, which is on the currency side. As we started to see that the currency market has started to slow down a little bit, we'll see what kind of changes has happened so far. Okay, so just a little bit of an update. As we are seeing on this gold market, prices have been able to rebound back. So that could really change things up if prices could actually start to return back inside the ranging area, and there's a good chance prices could stay between the support and resistance. But again, it's still too early to say. There could be a possibility of a false breakout as usual. So we'll be continue analyzing what's happening on the currency trend charts and see what is happening on the market. So based on the currency trend charts, we can actually see a very clear things on the market. So other than the US dollar index that has been the strongest currency for tonight, we have actually been seeing that the New Zealand dollar surprisingly marks the table together alongside with the third and fourth strongest currency for the night is coming out from the Canadian dollar and the Australian dollar. And all of this currency is actually being headed towards the exporting countries, where those three countries are exporting a lot of their minerals and their goods to outsides, and that's why when one of the currencies starts to move higher, it usually will be followed by the other two, and which is has happened for tonight. The correlation is moving well, but overall, what kind of clue that we can get out of the currency strength charts based on this kind of situations? So first, if we are watching throughout the charts, we can actually see that prices on the other currencies started to weaken. So for instance, we have been able to see that the pound sterling has been the weakest pair for tonight, and we can certainly try to analyze and try to figure out whether there is a good chance to trade, let's say, GBP USD for short. Euro USD, as the euro is still continuing weakened. And for the longs, I believe there could be some good chances on trades such as the Swiss franc, Japanese yen, or the US dollar Japanese yen, even though I would say the momentum isn't as big as the drop on the pound sterling on the euro. So I'll be expecting to see that the euro USD will be doing much, much better compared to the US dollar Japanese yen or the CHF Japanese yen pair. And the euro USD for shorts could be a good choice to trade. All right. So if we are trading back here on this gold market, it seems that the breakdown has failed and prices has returned. But again, I think it's still too early to say. This is the first confirmations. We'll wait up for the next candlestick to see how prices will be reacting. And the prices could stay below and below. I think that could really show us the true trend of the market. If prices starts to go back lower, that means that the continuations of the downtrend could still be existing on the market. All right, so let us check a little bit on what is happening on the GBP USD. So the GBP USD has actually been moving really well. Prices has actually been going through a downtrend since the start of the day, and that hasn't slowed down. The prices has breakdown, ultimately showing us a clear signs of a downtrend movement. However, in terms of the current price, it has touched the low for tonight. And to get a much healthier market movement, I'll be expecting to see a little bit of a rebound happening first on the market before deciding to enter the market to do trades right now, to do shorts. I will be only getting the confirmations if prices starts to break down over 1.345 or prices starts to rebound, giving us a much secure and safe entry prices as well. Next, if we are checking throughout the currency exchanges just now, we have actually been able to see that the Euro USD has actually been moving pretty well. Prices has actually been trying to break down lower and lower, and seems likely prices are starting to show some crack. However, we can say for sure that since the start of the day, prices has been able to touch back the previous support and hasn't been touching today's low. So I think there could be some time before we can actually see that the Euro USD will complete its double top pattern. And other than that, as we have already been discussed, US dollar Japanese yen could still be up for considerations, although I would say that the momentum won't be much, but certainly prices has been able to break today's high. Certainly it's a great achievement for the US dollar against the weakness on the Japanese yen. But again, I think we'll be waiting for clearer confirmations as prices has been slowing down over the past 1 hour. And I would say that the best chance that you guys could do your trades should be appearing on the Euro, USD, and GBP USD to do shorts and wait for your confirmations on the market. So I hope you guys are enjoying it and get a little bit of an idea on how you guys could trade on the Forex market. And if you guys have been getting a little bit of an idea, don't forget to share us your thumbs up and likes, and certainly share this video and live streaming sessions with your friend so that you guys could have interactive discussions, enjoy learning together, as well as ask me any questions about trading and market in general. And if you guys do have any requests on the market, let me know in the comments so we can analyze the market together with you guys. Okay. All right, so far from what we are able to see, the gold market are still trying to stay above the support area of the ranging area, and if prices could start break down lower, that could really change things up. But if the next candlestick still shows a lot of weaknesses and close on weakness on a bearish candlestick, that could really shows us that prices are still weakening a lot, and that hasn't changed. So I think that itself is a pretty key thing on the market to see. If prices couldn't stay above, there's a good chance that prices will go down lower and lower. So as we can see that the gold market has started to slow down its movement, but prices has returned towards the ranging area, and that has actually given us some idea about the possibility that the silver market could be considered to buy on the support as things have started to calm down a little bit. Good chances that the prices could be able to rebound from here, guys. Okay, so good chances to be considered as prices shows the visibility that the silver market could rebound inside the ranging area alongside together the gold market if the gold could stay above 3406. So I think that itself is a pretty important stuff to actually see out how things will be played. And if prices could actually go down lower, that means that the chance for prices to go down will be fading and prices could go down. So we'll try to check out how things will be changing from here and see out how things will be played. Okay, so let us check what has happened on one of the commodity assets that a lot of people are trading, but we haven't been discussing and analyzing for tonight. Let us check what is happening on the oil with you guys. So far, the oil market has actually been moving in a pretty good range. Prices has been ranging inside this range over the last few hours between $64.64 and $65.04. And prices starts to range, and that really gives us the certainty that prices wouldn't be going much better than this price. And prices has a chance to range, and this price, if prices couldn't break it higher, could be giving us a good chance that prices will be slowly going back down lower on the market. And if that is happening, we'll see out how that change. And so far, the analysis still remains pretty simple. It has been a ranging market, slow market, and if you guys have been trading on the all market, I'm sure you guys can actually see how long the ranging market has started to be. And with this kind of scenarios, I'm expecting to see ranging market looks to be consistent. And be careful if you guys are trying to expect a breakout without confirmations, as prices are still showing the possibility that prices will be ranging. And you gotta be careful. If prices starts to break out, position yourself well. Okay. So there's not much to be discussed as things has been a little bit slow on there. Okay, so it seems there's not much of a move happening elsewhere. Let us check a little bit on how things are changing on the other trading assets. As far as we can see that the euro still remains weakened, Bitcoin has actually broke down the 110,000 support area. Ethereum is still weakened as far as we can see. And from what we have been able to see on the stock analysis, things are still under pressure right before 45 minutes of the core PCE and PCE price index, and certainly a big change could happen soon afterwards. So a lot of people and attentions and eyes are being put on the core PCE, and me as well, guys. So that hasn't changed, and I'll be expecting to see big things happening there as well. Okay, so we're going to enter the last 15 minutes of our live streaming sessions. And if you guys are curious, how are you guys are able to get the trades that we are sharing right here at the right hand corner? So this is the exact idea that we are doing yesterday. And if you guys are taking a closer look yesterday, we have actually been trading on it as well last night. So if you guys are seeing that we have already been discussing this trading idea with you guys yesterday, right before the breakout. And if you guys are following our live streaming sessions yesterday, I'm showing you guys how it happened and unveil the step by step. So you guys can actually see that prices hasn't been able to break out. We are waiting for the confirmations and we entered at pretty low prices as prices hasn't been able to roll down lower. And we have already been entering prices even earlier, even before the breakout that we recommended. So if you guys wanted to get this kind of early entry point, you guys wanted to get updated on how I'm entering the trades, how I'm putting my stop losses, how I'm actually trying to target the price target, and we eventually hit the highest price target yesterday and able to secure its highest price at 3420, guys. So eventually, prices goes up higher right at the end of the day, and prices hits our price target at 3420 yesterday. So you can see the whole scenario of the market. Prices goes up higher, and prices hits our price target eventually. So everything is going really well. So if you guys wanted to get this kind of trading idea, we are trading on trend, the momentum, you guys are definitely welcome to click the link on my profile, my video descriptions. Hundreds of dollars are waiting for you guys in every single trading idea. And you guys could get access on it for free without paying any money. So definitely take the chance to act on it before it's closed, before it's unavailable to you guys, because you guys could get access on it for complimentary. And the trading ideas will only be shared there, guys. It won't be shared with you guys here. It won't be shared with others. It will only be shared with the premium group. So if you guys wanted to get my trading ideas, welcome for you guys to join me. We'll be trading on gold, trading on oil, trading on silver, trading on Forex, and sometimes we'll be trading on the stock indices as well. So definitely welcome for you guys to check us out. And definitely, you guys could learn a lot. You guys could try to see why I'm entering the trades, learn the dynamics behind it, and also understand how I'm setting my price target to get the lowest risk as possible too. Okay, so hope you guys could learn something out of it, and welcome for you guys to join us together there. All right, so right now the gold market has officially returned inside the ranging area, and the breakdown could be a false breakdown that we are seeing on the market that could happen on the market scenario. So we'll try to see how things will be changing, whether prices could stay inside the ranging or area, or whether prices could start to rebound back higher. And as far as we can see, the US dollar index still remains strong. Gold market is still going strong on the anticipations of what could be happening. So we'll see what kind of changes could happen right until the end of our live streaming sessions and update you guys for any changes. And definitely, if you guys have any questions on the market, let me know on the comments, the chats. Hope I can help you guys as well. And the idea that we have been telling you guys earlier on about the possibility that the silver market will be ranging, it's still there, it's still valid, but the movement hasn't been much. So if you guys are considering to do the trades here, I'll suggest for you guys to be a little bit careful. Okay, guys? So it seems that the ranging area has been confirmed again, and prices will be testing the highs at the resistance area soon. Okay, so that means there's not a lot of opportunities. Instead, the possibility to do buy on support, sell on resistance right now reappeared back. So you guys could definitely consider that. Okay, so it seems that prices have started to range, and we are going to see big reactions could be coming out next later on. And with this kind of market movement, I think the GBP USD trade could still be valid, but for the Euro USD, I think it could be a little bit still uncertain. We are not yet getting the confirmations as far as we can see. Prices are still ranging. So the only confirmations that we are getting out of the market for tonight is coming up from the GBP USD short. I'll be expecting to see prices will be testing back the support at 1.343 and prices will be heading there next. Okay. So in a few minutes, we'll be ending the live streaming session. So hope you guys are enjoying your time here. And I'll be giving us a little bit of an idea what could happen next. But if you guys wanted to get more updates on how the price actions could change right after the news is out, you guys are definitely welcome to join me on my VIP live sessions for tonight, where I'll be sharing more information about the economic updates, the fundamental side, and how it can impact the trading assets on the medium term towards the long run. Certainly, you guys don't want to miss out on it. As things could really change a lot, certainly you guys need to update what is happening every time, every day. There's new updates on tariffs, on what is happening internally in US, and economic events data could really affect things too. So you guys wanted to know more about the price action changes, as I've already been updating you guys that the market has been able to range back. So I'll be giving you guys the real-time updates, monitoring it with you guys, and giving you guys access and the possibility that prices could actually move much better. So if you guys don't want to miss out the chance, welcome for you guys to join me on my VIP live sessions, and you guys could get access immediately. And all you guys need to do, click the link on my profile video descriptions and chat me to get access for my VIP live sessions for tonight. Okay. All right, so my time is almost up. So if you guys have the time and you guys wanted to know more about the updates and what kind of possibility that you guys could do out of this market movement, welcome for you guys to join me on my VIP live sessions through the link and chat me for updates on that. And so far, we have been seeing that the gold market has been ranging, hasn't been able to offer us much of a change. And one thing that we can be sure that prices right now is ranging and could be giving us a good chance to buy on the support, sell, and resistance. And it seems that the big news that could be coming out in another 32 minutes will be giving a big changes on the market. And if you are watching through the silver market, prices actually been giving us the sign that prices are ranging, prices are able to show us prices hasn't been able to break down today's low, and good chances that the buy on support and sell on resistance could still continue on the market. Although I would say the trend is still much weakened as prices hasn't been able to break the past 1 hour high as we speak right now. And moving on towards the all market, we are actually seeing that it hasn't changed much. We are seeing that prices are still ranging, and that could really change the whole thing. So we're expecting to see that prices will be likely to stay within the range. And if you guys wanted to trade this, buy on support and sell on resistance, a lot of things are still moving on the range. Only the anticipations for the core PC and the personal spending and consumer spending. And if you are checking, the only thing that has been moving much better is the strength on the GBP continue to go down weaker, and the US dollar index still remains pretty strong and stable, and that has actually pushed down the pound sterling against the US dollar strength. So if you guys wanted to trade, certainly this is the thing that you guys would try to look. And if you guys wanted to know what I will be trading next together with us, hundreds of dollars are waiting for you guys trading together with us. And the most important thing is you guys could be getting the lowest rates as possible on every single trading idea. Welcome for you guys to join me together on premium trades. Hundreds of dollars are waiting for you guys every single trade, gold, silver, oil, and potentially you can learn something out of a trading idea and how you guys could understand how to put up the trades if you guys wanted to learn on it as well. Okay, see you guys on my few sessions. If not, see you guys next week.